Hello everybody and welcome to my very new Let's Play of Skyrim. Now this isn't going to be a proper or a thorough Let's Play, this is just going to be an Iron Man Let's Play. Now I have 3 goals and we'll kind of go over that and I'll tell about the character as we create this. So let's start a new game. So the first thing, as you can see, I have the alternate start mod. Why do I have 2 Nords? We can play as a floating head. I have a couple mods for races too, where we are not going to worry about that. But I'm going to be playing as a Nord, even though my name is Dark Elf. But there's a reason for that. I'll get into this as we get through character creation. So we have this chap here. I need to think of a name. His name is going to be called Winston, for no other reason than I can't really think of a good name right now. Now this guy, he's going to be, and this is going to be a role play, just so you know. Iron Man role play, just to kind of get my feet wet a little. And this guy here, he was born in Skyrim, actually born in Whiterun. His parents owned the house there, the little house that you can get at breezehome. And well, he grew up with his parents. He actually learned, him and his father did a lot of hunting. His parents lived quite frequently off the land. They were hunters and a little bit of gatherers, but mostly hunters. So he's learned a little about that, but he hasn't learned maybe as much as he should, because after, he kind of came of age, he left his house, left kind of just to wander odd jobs around town. He knows some stuff. He knows how to create his own armor, basic armor, of course. How to do leather. He's gonna be not kind of the typical Nord. He'll know a little bit about sneaking. He'll know a little bit about bowsmen. He'll usually use one-handed weapons. He prefers that over 2. And the same thing with armor. He's never gonna wear anything too big or too clunky. For him, it just gets in the way. Put a little, when he was a kid, he got a little scrape there. I don't really care about war paint. But he's kind of been doing odd jobs, just this and this, trying to make it, just kind of hanging on. And recently his parents passed on, and they left him his house, the parents' house in Whiterun. So that's where he's going to be starting. He's head back home. They went to the Jarl or the steward, whoever would read the will, and they said, "Hey, we're sorry for the loss. Here's kind of their little stuff, if you will." So he'll be starting out in Whiterun, and what the goal of this is besides to survive. Ooh, he could be completely blind. No, but the goal is kind of 3 goals in steps. Basically, the first of all, he wants to be able to get a house of his own. And not just a house, go somewhere to do whatever. He wants to actually build his own house from the ground up. I do have all the DLC, the Dawnguard, the Hearthfire, and all that. And a few mods I'll kind of get to them, the ones we need. I also have an essential needs kind of mod where we have to eat and sleep and all that. I actually like that long hair. Yeah. But he'll be a rugged kind of guy, done a lot of outdoors. He's quite used to this. Yeah. I think that's our guy done. Finish and name your character. Hold on. Winston. Yes. This is another little mod. I actually forgot about it. It's a little campsite mod. It gives you like a little ring in, lets you kind of create a campsite. Purchase, craft at forge. It doesn't matter. We're not going to really use it. Because I have Frostfall installed, and
approach my
they have.
And choose where your new life shall begin.
Yes, the Frostfall mod, which it comes with its own tents. The tents are better, and that was just kind of lets you throw things out, whatever. Okay. So I own property. Well, my parents owned, and now I inherited. My parents lived in breezehome in Whiterun.
Even a modest existence is something to admire.
And you can see all the mods starting to kick in now. I also have a really interesting, more of a flavor mod. I'll show it to you right now, yeah. Which is a little shooting star. And it just makes shooting stars. It's a really nice one, you won't always see it. But it's a really just little nice flavor mod that I installed. So we'll activate this and we'll start our new life. Sounds of Skyrim. And this is another one. Enable. This is one of the sound mods, which just adds ambient sounds to Skyrim. It just makes it really nice. There's 3 of them. There's the cities, the dungeons, and outdoor one. Sounds of Skyrim, dungeons. I'm just gonna activate all those. I actually forgot about that. But it's another just little flavor mod. It's kind of nice. I'll make sure to put a link in the description. Alright, let's see what we have. This is everything. I also have another menu mod. Got boots, gloves, key, miners, the leaflet, stale apples, and the buyer's home guide, and 400 or 149 gold, which may or may not be accurate, but whatever. We have iron arrows. We have a hunting bow. We have an iron mace, which is pretty well useless to us. How much is it worth? Probably just sell it. We have an iron sword. I think everything, yeah. Empty chest, and this is our home. Go ahead and take that sweet roll. And the wine. The good thing about wine is, I'll show you to you now. Where is it? That when you drink a bottle of wine, it gives you an empty bottle, which you can refill at a tavern. Also, if you drink too much, you get drunk, which is fun to a point. And then I've actually gotten way too drunk on this, where I was like stumbling over and had alcohol poisoning. As hilarious as it was, I would not recommend that. So we'll grab some wine. We'll kind of drink it sparingly. And I'm pretty sure everyone's seen Bees Home. We'll head out.
Fill an order that size on my
Oops.
You swallow the stubborn pride of you and ask Yorland Greymane for help.
Let's see. And already we step out of our house and we're attacked. Oh, really? This isn't our fight. That's another thing. He really doesn't care for the war. And he's like, I just don't care. There's no reason for me to get involved kind of attitude. Yeah, I'm fine. However, I will take your sword. And I'm not saying we're desperate, but I am not afraid to take anything. I won't take her clothes. Oh, wait. That torch. I will be respectful enough to leave her clothes on, but that'll be about it.
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside.
Ah. You work the forge all day?
Aye, that I do. I've got to, if I hope to be as good as Yorland Greymane someday. In fact, I just finished my best piece of work. It's a sword. I made it for the Jarl, Balgroof the Greater. It's a surprise. I don't even know if he'll accept it, but... Listen, could you take the sword to my father, Proventus Avenici? He's the Jarl's steward. He'll know the right time to present it to him.
No problem. I'm glad to help a
Thanks.
damsel. Now, let's do some trading.
Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
Yes, Skyrim, I do know how to barter, thank you. Winston, what do we got to sell you? We have no use for an iron mace. Ooh, steel arrows. That's all we got. What do you have? Iron boots. Wait, what was that? Fire resistant. Not really. Hide wasn't too bad. Hide boots. Leather boots. Probably be what I would use. Alrighty.
What happened? Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
No problem. Go take this up there, and before I forget, let me... Bards and merchants. Frostfall. Let's start up Frostfall. We'll go ahead and exit. As you look lost in thought, you reflect back on how much the wilds have taught you about yourself over the last several days. You recall a book you once lost that was full of wisdom about survival in the open country. On a whim, you open your pack and you find the Survivor's Guide to Skyrim staring back at you. Had it always been there, or had the thought alone summoned it? You push the thought aside as you thumb through the pages and then carefully place it back in your pack, knowing that some things are never truly lost. So probably a book he picked up through his travels and kind of threw it in the, looked through it, kind of threw it in the back and didn't even think about it. Let's go back into the mod configuration. Oh, that's interesting. Frostfall is enabled, preset to classic, which is fine by me. Gameplay. Axe required for fast travel. I'm not too concerned about it. I will activate wear. You must exit menus. Okay. Allow wearing outdoors. Exposure rate. Huh. was gonna turn that down. Probably fine. Famous last words. And what wear does is it adds, basically it matters what you wear. If you're in a cold environment, you have to wear furs and yeah, I'm gonna turn that down to I think 7, because you do that, it'll exposure rate, it does expose faster than you think. And another thing is that you really have to be prepared where you're going, especially going up north. Okay. So that's how Frostfall. Shooting stars, like I said, it's just a nice little flavor mod. Every 30 seconds enabled. That's fine. That's just a Skyrim. I'm not going to worry about that. Wet and cold, which is a really interesting little mod. Rain brand drips. Steam. Yeah, let's turn it on. Nah, not for NPCs. I'm not so worried about. Rain gear, no Argodians. Go home, workers ignore rain. No. Okay, yeah, okay, that's fine. Cold. Breaths first in person. Blizzard blind. So that's another interesting one. That'll be fine. Ash. And system. Alright. And bards and merchants. What is this? Ah, that's bards and merchants is become a bard mod, I think. Which is not one we're not going to mess with. As part of enabling or defaulting where all of your current equipment has been updated, re-equip your equipment to start using your equipment's new exposure protection. Completed, reflect on cold. Okay, that's just to activate it. Just go to that. Please tell me. Okay. We're not naked in the middle of town. Ignore that. And another thing important, I'm going to go ahead and hotkey it now. Not to survive, because we can get the settings from that. But I will favor that because we will need it. We will favor that. Okay. And survivor skills will be 1 and wetness will be 2. And what this does, if you can see in the top corner, exposure 0, wet 0, the air is cold. So now we got all that enabled. No, thank you, ma'am. I'm not interested in what you're selling.
Mister, could you spare a coin?
Sure, my little lady.
I'm so hungry.
Here, have a coin.
Oh, thank you. Divines, bless your kind heart.
Why are you begging, little girl?
It's what Brennan said he should do. He's the only one that's been nice to me since she died. My aunt and uncle took over our farm and threw me out. Said I wasn't good for anything. I wound up here, but I don't know what to do. I miss her so much.
Oh, I just lost my parents too. Aw. I don't have a room for you. I wish I could adopt you. I should probably go over the goals. I don't think I explained them well. But the goals are, he wants to build his own house, and then get a wife, and then adopt some children, basically. Supposing we don't die first. You feel warm. Also, depending on, because you can go from, on the Frostfall mod, you can go from plus 20 exposure to negative 100, negative 100, you die instantly. Ah, here's the Stewart.
The Jarl is, as you can imagine, very busy. Perhaps I can assist you.
I have a sword for you from your daughter.
From Adrian? Ah, this must be that weapon for the Jarl. Poor girl. So eager to prove herself. I'll present it to Balgruuf when his mood is agreeable. Thank you. Please, take these few coins for services rendered.
Glad to help. Let's see what else you have. I'm looking for some work. You got any
The
leads?
Jarl has put out a bounty on some bandits. Here, take a look at this decree for details.
Alrighty.
To Dragon's Reach.
Let's see what the bounty says. By order of Balgruuf the Greater, to all able-bodied men and women of Whiterun, the bandits located in the halted steam camp have been harassing, robbing, and attacking citizens and visitors. A reward will be offered to anyone who kills their leader. And then the steward's name. I think sometime I'll have a proper sit down and actually read this through to everyone, but not now. Whee!